Welcome, everyone, to the wild and wonderful world of Cataclysm, where our hapless ne'er-do-wells are attempting to do God knows what. You have slaughtered a death tyrant, had an extremely emotional moment of catharsis, and you are now lumbering your way up to the surface, where you can see that your fellow compatriot Gyarados is angling towards going off to Pallor Draw to focus on themselves and discover themselves. You start winding and winding your way up to the surface, and you eventually find yourself in the upper echelons of the sewer system, and you can see a small grate, which you can see is the surface of Korenberg. How would you like to proceed?
I moved the fucking grate.
Okay, roll me athletics.
You're not even logged into Roll20 yet.
How dare you? Everyone log. Jesus Christ.
Hi.
Alright, a 32 does it. you just use a single pinky and just push the grate off, and then it falls and goes.
He finger flicks the fucking grate and it just flies off 15 feet.
he uses his tongue and just slices through the grate. All right, the grate collapses into nothingness. You can now crawl through it. I need everyone to just give me, an acrobatics check to see how lithely you do this, or you can do athletics if you'd prefer, because seeing Asger fail would be pretty funny.
It would be funny, but no thank you. I'll do athletics. If it'll roll. I clicked it, I swear.
It's kind of slow today.
And it's been kind of funky for me too today.
Somebody wants to. Merciful God.
Oh, there we go. Okay.
Athletics rolls are so impossible for. Do you really have a plus 15 modifier to athletics?
I do. I have double proficiency.
God, what have I done?
18.
Okay, Milo.
Hold on, my computer's being weird. Can you roll for me?
Yeah, sure. What's your modifier? What's your modifier?
What is this? Athletics? Acrobatics?
Acrobatics or athletics?
It's probably like plus 3 or 4 or something.
I'll do 4. Ooh.
I did so well. Can I just throw him?
Sounds bad.
Around.
Okay, let's describe this narratively, because everyone did a pretty good job except Milo, who got a 1. So let's start at the top. Asger, what do you do? Then Silas, and then Belfin, and then Milo.
Well, I would get out of everybody's way, let them go forward first. I always like to be in the back in case we get ambushed. So I'd shove the thing off and then just kind of because I'm stupid strong, just one arm hang off the side of the ladder as everyone else goes up.
Yeah, you're obscenely strong. Alright, you just kind of daisy chain everyone up like that old monkey toy, and everyone is brought out openly onto the streets of Korenberg. Various gnomes and humans and goblins are staring at you, wondering why a bunch of jackanapes just emerged from the sewers. But people in Korenberg know to mind their own damn business, so they keep trudging about, ignoring you.
This down.
You can see some people kind of faintly holding their noses and going at you, British style. You are now out in the open in Korenberg. You have with you a woman that Belfin seems to be somewhat interested in, and you also have the elf who is going to dust himself off and say, "Thank you kindly for saving my life. I should probably get going now. I feel that I might be a little unsuited for the work that you people normally engage in. But I'd like to tell you that if you go over to the House Galanda Inn, ask for Belser. My name is Aneros if he asks any questions, and he'll be able to hook you up with a favor, maybe some information. He's good at those kinds of things." And the man takes off his hat, gives you a faint little bow, tucks the hat back onto his head, and then starts to strut off.
Right. So you see Asger pull out a notebook and literally write down Bell, Sir, Anaris. And he closes his notebook and shoves it back in his pocket.
It's the notebook. The notepad has like middle school drawings with like skulls and, like corpses and shit on it.
Angular X that we used to draw all the time.
Yeah, that stuff on it and everything.
Looks like any notebook found in Monster Prom. Good to know.
Yeah, it's a Monster Prom notebook essentially. That's what.
You do also see a very detailed sketch of the tyrant skull, which I'm currently carrying as well. So people are definitely staring at it.
Yeah, people were gawking at you, and you can hear them murmuring like, "Oh, is that a fucking tyrant skull?"
Oh my Christ! A Bell fan looks over at them and yells out, "Hey, oi! Have you never seen a group of adventurers before? Ever?"
Yeah.
Oi, that might be true, but I ain't never seen ugly until now. Mind your own business. Like,
Don't ultimatum, dang.
I like stare at him and like menacingly pull back the skull like I'm gonna toss it at his head and just go, "You really want to stop this fight?"
all right then, governor. No, just going by here now, governor. And the guy wanders off.
In case you didn't get the idea, my Bell fan was just gonna like cock the cannon, just like.
Nice. Every gnome is now going to sound like a Cockney, except Boyland Manistan is going to sound like a sweaty nerd.
How else do you describe a sweaty nerd?
I don't. All right. We have everything else taken care of at the present moment. The only thing that's left is Belfin. You have a woman to talk to if you would like.
I'll save the discussion for somewhere a little more quiet.
Okay. Do you want to maybe send her off to Pallor Draw or have her wait somewhere? That's within the realm of reason.
Oh yeah, sure. Let's send her back to Pallor Draw. That sounds like a great idea.
You can do that. You can actually hire, like, I'm just going to say, like, a taxi or something, 10 gold, and she'll get there safely. You want to do that?
Is it a tabaxi taxi?
Oh, it is now.
It is now. Yep, it's a tabaxi taxi, alright.
Okay, are you going to whistle for the tabaxi taxi?
Fuck it.
Right.
Wordplay in this game.
It's pretty excellent.
Oh, wait, hold on real quick. Just like super quick, let me just interject. Martin Scorsese's Tabaxi Drivers, starring Meow Pacino.
I hate you taking inspo. Alright, so you whistle for the taxi and it shows up. You scuttle her in there. You shut the door. It's like a rickshaw and it is piloted by an extremely super buff and also lithe tabaxi. And he's like, "Where to?"
Pallor Draw.
He's like, "Alright, boss." And then he just starts running really fast with the rickshaw. He's a monk too. So he just starts going like unreasonably fast and just butters off down the hall with the rickshaw, and you can talk to her later. Alright.
I'm going to slip her a note before she leaves.
Okay, just PM me what the note is, and...
Do you like me? Check yes or no.
Well, lies.
Alright, so you were...
Also, it was De Niro, not Pacino. I fucked up.
Yeah, I was...
Take the inspiration back.
You know what? I will. Alright.
Oh my god.
So, you're in the streets of Pallor... You're on the streets of Korenberg now. You have a Death Tyrant skull and some information. Gyarados, during the commotion, has skulked off after having mumbled something about making preparations at Pallor Draw and taking care of some things, and he buggers off. What would you all like to do now?
When the... Of course he fucks off right when we need to talk. Fine.
Well, be surprised about that.
That's fair.
Let's let him go, Asker. I don't
That's
feel like putting up with him right now anyway.
If he loves you, he'll come back.
Oh god, I hope not. I don't want him to love me.
Yeah, I think your lady already has that reservation, doesn't she?
Oh, quick thing. Let's try to let's make sure to keep everything in character and keep the dialogue going. Right now, you all are doing good, but there's a lot of like canon to cover today. I skipped on one major section I need Gyarados for, but everyone gets to get a little wet today. So what do you all want to do? Go ahead and make a group decision. It's up to you.
I was saying something along the lines of making a reservation, but
A reservation?
for.
I said
Make
well,
reservations
right. Belfan says I'm making her. I'm pretty sure you already have a reservation with your lady, after all.
No, yes, that is fair. Should we probably let Boyland know that there was a fucking death tyrant in their sewers?
Does anyone remember the name of that truck that tried to hit us?
I don't remember anything.
Take out your notes, Asger.
The death tyrant's name? It had a name?
Yeah, it had a name.
Give me the death
Give me
tyrant.
a second.
Oh wait, I probably know his name. I mean, Andre doesn't know his name, but Milo probably
Belfan
knows
is
his
going
name.
to roll a base intelligence check to see if he remembers what the fuck that was.
Yeah, if you want to remember it, give me a base
that'll be
intelligence.
fast with me trying to find it right now.
Yeah, he has a plus.
Does a 17 work?
Yeah, you remember the guy's name is Xanadu.
Xanadu. That's right.
Nope.
Right.
Oh, there it is. Of course, I find it 2 seconds after you do. Anyway.
Well,
Away.
I have a large memory. You gotta give me.
I don't brag.
I just write everything down. Anyway, I don't have as big a memory. I'm just good at deducing things. But anyway, does anyone around here look like one of the college members? Nasker kind of starts looking around.
The fucking nerd button.
Give me a perception check.
Oh, well, like someone who's better at that should probably do that.
Perception.
What tier?
I'll do it. I'm mad good at perception.
Yeah, Milo has the peepers.
Let's go.
I'm the peeper.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say with advantage because fuck it, you're in the middle of a crowd. You see some weird beetly nerd hastily sketching the Death Tyrant skull in the corner and taking notes and biting onto his pen and thinking deeply.
Sir, take us to Boyland, and I'll let you sketch this more fully, yes?
The man looks at you with fear, like a bunch of linebackers just walked into a game workshop. Reluctantly gets up and kind of like motions for you to follow him. And you arrive at a street corner and you can see a large steam-driven streetcar rumbles down, and then a small gnome comes out and goes, "All right then, all aboard!"
Is this gonna
Is it-
fit?
What was that?
Is the giant ass skull I am carrying going to fit?
Just put it in the storage above the seats.
In Uru? Cockney Uru?
Fucking like half my size. It's not gonna
Uru,
fit
what
in
soul
the
is that?
What was that?
It's a death tyrant skull, isn't it? The size of a beholder.
It's like 5 feet wide. Yeah, actually, that's really huge. Actually, can how does? Tell me how you're gonna stash this on this stupid streetcar.
Gonna
Just
hang
put it
on to the side.
Wouldn't you just put it on top.
Yeah, you could literally just hold it off of the side with one arm because you're that jacked.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do.
Oh, good.
That's
Drag line like a bunch of cans.
I'm literally looking forward to some dumb motherfucker just driving past and just fucking
obliterated by a giant skull. Here's my check to see if I can do it the whole time.
Yeah, you do it. So you keep as you get on and put the Death Tyrant skull on the outside of the streetcar. You get inside and pick it up, and then the guy looks at you and says, "Oi, keep your hands and arms inside the vehicle at all times."
Either start driving, or I'm going to beat you with this skull.
Make an intimidation check.
Oh god.
That's one.
You invest. Oh shit. Yeah, he's right and proper scared. He's like, all right then, Governor. He's gonna get going, and then he starts up the streetcar. Everyone else on the streetcar, just regular run-of-the-mill humans and gnomes, are just gawking at you, fucking weird charlatans, whispering. It's like, "Oh, is that a Death Tyrant skull?" And it's
I
like,
don't even know what the fuck a Death Tyrant skull is. They would probably think this is the giant skull more than anything.
There are very well-versed people around here. Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
Milo sticks his tongue out and kind of flips his forked tongue towards him.
And he's like, "Oi, that guy over there looks like he smells."
And then I put up 2 fingers in like a peace sign, and then flip it backwards, and then like lick my forked tongue between the 2 fingers.
Everyone is so miserably disturbed by this that they immediately go back to minding their own business. The streetcar arrives at the front. Actually, do you all want to do anything weird on the streetcar during the journey? Hey, actually, hold on a second. There is actually an Eberron table for this. Hold on a second. Called Random Weird Things That Happen on Public Transit. Hold on a second. You've never been on a public transit, so I've never been able to use this. Hold on a second.
I hope there's another.
Bellfan throughout all of this is literally just put in like earplugs, and it just said just tapped Asger on the shoulder, just tap me on the shoulder when we're about to get off this thing.
Asger just kind of nods at you,
and I'm just gonna open a book and just read for a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Belfan, there's a Dracolich coming. Oh no, he's got his AirPods in. He can't hear us.
Yeah, Belfan's that kind of fucking passenger.
Hell yeah. Okay, someone roll me a D100, whoever does it first.
Ah. Fuck.
Damn! What? Okay, let's see what we have here.
Doubles.
Okay, roll again. Okay, I'm gonna take Milo's score of 66. Let's see what we have.
What number?
Okay.
Actually, okay, I'll go with Silas's because it's more interesting. You see a person from Onder, which is a kingdom to the northwest, nervously shuffling through their paperwork, constantly checking it, rechecking it, checking it, and rechecking it. They seem exceedingly nervous.
How far away are they?
Like about, I don't know, probably like 10 feet.
Onder?
Pretty sure I can read it. Let me double check.
Actually, hang on a second.
What? I think if you took the investigation tree, you have like absurd powers when it comes to reading shit within like 30 feet.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's.
Asger, would you notify Belfan that there's somebody from Onder on the fucking on this streetcar?
I know to do that.
Well, I'm asking, would you? Because when you went, would you like? Because there's a flash of genius or some kind of check important. No, that's why I'm asking.
No, I can just do it. I can just read the shit.
Okay. Fair enough.
Let me check. Hold on. Where is investigation?
It's not something relevant. I'm just asking if it would be something that you need assistance for.
Oh no, more than likely not. I should be fine. I'm pretty sure I can literally, as long as it's within like a certain amount of feet, I can just read the shit.
Okay. All right. Let me cook up. Let me see what it says. 1 minute. Let's see what we have here.
Whew. That's actually really, really good news.
It's a bit odd to read right now, but it seems to. It's just travel papers authorizing the guy from. Oh God, what's the university up there in Onder? He's from the top university in Onder, and he is down here for a ad hoc teaching position to give a few lectures on giant magic to some of the more senior members of the faculty at Korenberg, and he is presently late for his meeting, which you can tell by the card on the back of his hand that he is shuffling through that says, "You're cordially invited to the University of Korenberg. We appreciate your adherence, Professor, and your attendance, and look forward to your timely arrival." And you can tell that the time on the card indicated was 30 minutes ago, so the guy's sweating bullets.
Is it signed by anyone in particular?
It is signed by just some random, like, gnomish name, probably some minor functionary that hands out these cards at the university.
Man, character, it would be fun if we tagged along with this dude and pretended to be the reason he's late so that we can be like, yeah, it's our fault, but he's a great dude, man. Don't get mad at him. It's on us. Maybe we can have a favor.
Huh. It's actually a great idea.
Yeah. Do that, and it's giant things that we actually need to learn more about. So that's actually not a bad idea.
Thank you.
All right, does someone, and this is terrifying because none of you are good at talking, want to approach this guy and broach this?
I have 19 in charisma.
Oh yeah, you're the one. You
I'm a
have.
small clown.
Okay, feel free and go over and talk to the gentleman.
Waltz on over with my coat of rats.
Jesus.
I have a 5 in persuasion though. That I can bump to a 10 at my leisure.
Okay, just let's have. Okay, Silas, how are you gonna talk to this good Nick?
I walk on over and I just fucking sit down next to him, straight up, and I go, "You look nervous, friend."
Huh? What gives you that impression?
Now look, I'm not gonna get into that. What I want to offer you today, because I'm a good person, he says with a fucking coat of rats, and a big scary face, clown makeup. I want to help you today. You seem a little troubled, and I know there's been times in my life when I could have used somebody to just kind of take the blame for me. So I've got an idea for you. I get the impression that you are running late. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yes, you're right. I'm a tad flustered. What are you proposing?
Well, you seem like a stand-up fella, and I don't think you're usually late for whatever the hell you're going to do. So, why don't I and my compatriots take the blame for your tardiness? We can say, oh, you helped us out of a pinch, and it just delayed you a few minutes, and that's why you're showing up to whatever, smart boy school thing that you're headed to. And in return, we just want a little favor. A little something down the line.
What's this favor?
Well, I don't really need anything myself, but why don't I go ask my boys, see if we need anything, okay? Sit tight, breathe through your stomach, okay? And let your chest rise, let your belly rise. That'll calm you down.
The guy lifts his hands and conjures a paper bag, which he starts to hyperventilate into.
Hey, that's perfect. I go over and check the dudes. Hey, I think I can get us a favor from this schoolboy over here. Do we need anything? I just wanted to do it.
We need the entirety of his research, honestly.
Perfect.
He's researching giant. I can't speak English today.
Giant magic.
Giant magic.
What is English? Go on.
I can't speak common today. Excuse me. And giant magic is actually something we need to learn a lot about, because that's what those two crazy Kalishtar ladies use to fuck everything up.
Do they're doing.
So the more we know, the better.
How should I frame that? Because it's not very specific, and smart boys, they like to be specific about shit. So
as you are actually mumbling this, you can see the man has gotten up and he's standing behind you, and he goes, "It's a deal."
God, you're quiet.
It's like you're also very loud.
I'm actually so Belfan is at the newer arrival, looks up from his book, takes his friggin' buds out, his plugs out, and looks
Sending stone pebbles.
Yeah, that's about right.
Actually, come to think of it, you could have a music service where you just broadcasted it to a bunch of randomly generated sending stones. But go on.
That'd be too much and a lot of incantations that Belfan doesn't have time for, so he just uses plugs instead. So he's looking over. It's like, who is this gentleman?
My name, sir, is Hersham Shreve. I am the senior consult at the university in Ondair, on giant magic, specifically.
And Belfan, hearing giant magic, shuts his book.
Yes.
And we're going to help him out.
To be honest, I suppose it is a tad your fault. You did delay things with your giant skull. My word, is that a death tyrant? This guy starts fumbling through his papers and everything for his sketch.
It's amazing, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Well, I suppose we're almost at the university. Just follow my lead, and we'll see what we can manage. So you just want a copy of my research?
Absolutely, and follow your lead. Don't worry about it. We're, how should I say this? We're in good with the university for various reasons, and really, you just need our names.
Huh. Roll persuasion.
I help.
Aye.
Somebody else roll it.
Here, I'll roll.
This is gonna be bad. I have a minus.
I have persuasion. Let me
Thank you.
We're all smart boys here.
Yeah, I like how everyone's super smart, but a fucking idiot when it comes to talking to people.
Literally, except for Silas.
Roll.
I'm gonna roll.
I'll roll too.
Plus 5. That's. I'm gonna go ahead and flash a genius in, so that's gonna be 18.
He's like, well, you do seem...
I
Oh my god! Alright then. Belfin is about to open his mouth to give a very erudite and respectful display of their prowess and prestige within the university when Silas just goes, yeah, we know that Boyland character. And they go, Boyland? Oh wow, he's pretty high up there. The fact that you even know his name is... Alright then, well...
Oh, we're buddies. We're buddies with him. Man, I cut the cord on his daughter.
Fucking.
You hear... Ding, ding,
Belfan-
ding, 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 ding. You hear ding, 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 and the streetcar comes to a stop.
Oh, would you look at that? It's our stop. Let's go.
University! Get off here if you wants to go to the university! And ding ding, the door's open. I imagine...
Well, one door was already open because my arm's out of it.
Oh, you just stuck it out a window and just held on to it during the entire ride because you're that fucking swole.
I can imagine there was a bit of a tilt to the car.
Yeah, there was. It was a little off, and the guy was sweating, and he's like, "Not today, Maurice. Not today." Like,
Maurice, what a name for him.
every streetcar conductor is now going to be called Maurice. Anyway, you get off the streetcar and you're in front of the University of Cornberg, and it says Guest Lecturer Hall, and it says, Welcome Hersham, please check in at the desk. You step inside, and the secretary behind is like, Oi, why is you so late? Huh?
That'd be our fault. And I pick up the tyrant skull and look at him and go, just ask Boylan to give him a pass, please.
Yeah.
Boylan? How do you even know that name? That guy's pretty high up there.
It
Buddies.
doesn't concern you, does it?
She goes. She like they put their finger to their ear, and you hear the and it's like, oi, you know some weirdos who's dressed in furs and a devil and a strange clown? Oh dear. All right, so right away. And it's like, my apologies, here's your passes, and don't worry about the tardiness. Boylan says it's all right. Now, Professor, you just walk in over there.
Your apology is not accepted. Thank you.
Hersham turns around and says, well, I have to go give my lecture now, but thank you kindly. You can go to the hotel right across the street. Is actually normally where I was staying. I was off running some errands. Feel free to ask for me at the front desk. I will leave my research in its rough state for you. and you may avail it as you see fit. If you want to have a finalized copy, you may visit me at the university over in Ondare. You would be welcome guests.
Professor, what's your lecture on today?
It is on the magical composition of giant magic in the development of the separation of the realm of dreams from the material plane. It's my particular expertise.
Do you mind if I sit in on it?
Why, yes, of course. You're more than welcome to. Would the rest of you like tickets?
Can I
I'm
come?
going to sit in too.
I want to hear it.
All right then. This is going to be fascinating. You
we
and
probably need to talk to Boylan first. So can you postpone it like 5 minutes?
It's a lecture. You can't just postpone that.
We already did by 30 minutes. Remember?
Yeah, but now he's here.
And
he's like, no, I have to go. I have to go in.
won't make me pick you up and carry you with us.
His job, Asger. Please.
Please just,
Carrying a goddamn death tyrant skull into the lecture hall.
Mr. Manistan is going to be attending the lecture. You could just simply sit next to him.
And
We'll
drop
keep
it
it
off
there.
at his feet.
Well,
Right on his little gnome toesies.
You come in with the tyrant skull and take a seat in this enormous lecture hall.
Put it on his
See,
desk.
And it's like Hersham Shreve runs up to the front, starts dusting himself off, and goes, "Oh, I'm terribly."
I was about to ask. Would the skull be relevant to his studies at all?
No, it's just a death tyrant skull.
Fair enough. It'd been funny if I could just put it. If we could just put it like on the desk as like a piece, like you know how some
like an
pieces have,
apple.
like an apple, except this is a fucking giant skull.
All right, you know what? You could totally do that, and you can. As you do this, you see the entire lecture hall go. Oh my word! What did death tyrants have to do with giant technology? I swear, Professor Shreve is a genius.
Hey, he looks better.
And it's like, thank you kindly. All right. Please have a seat. You all have a seat, and there's a faint hush. You can see people lighting pipes and sipping teas as they wait for the lecture to start. You see Hersham Shreve take out a very strange globe and start mumbling some magic into it, and then broadcast basically a hologram into the lecture hall of Shendrik, and he starts to begin his lecture. And it's like, greetings, ladies, gentlemen, and he stares at Milo, fiends, and I suppose clowns. Very odd. I'm sorry.
Kind of coughs.
I'm sorry for the tardiness. I was simply procuring a specimen due to four very esteemed adventurers. Will you four please rise and take a bow? And do you do that?
Yeah, of course.
Oh yeah, dude.
You rise and you take a bow. Everyone starts clapping.
Milo keeps bowing and doesn't know when to stop, so someone's gonna have to like pull him down to his
Asger
seat.
grabs your back of your shirt, pulls you down.
Thunk! It's like, thank you kindly. Now please, attention. The hologram before you is the continent of Shendrik, where the giants once ruled over 50,000 years ago. The giants were in possession of the most powerful school of magic in the entirety of Eberron. They were taught magic directly by a dragon whose name is lost to the annals of time. But this dragon taught them magical secrets known only to the eternal dragons. We don't know why he did this. This dragon cultivated and raised, pruned and preened the giant race until they were the most powerful arcane users in the entirety of God damn it, Silas. In the entirety of the material plane. And he continues to kind of go lecturing on and what have you. And he starts going over the history of the giant civilization, yada yada yada. The giants were eventually besieged by these foul creatures known as the Quarry. these creatures from the plane of dreams. Here, one moment. I actually have to look up this canon. It's a little strange.
I fucking hate it when you don't know literally everything off the top of your head.
I know.
That's your experience.
The giants. Oh, I actually remembered some tasty stuff. The giants initially enslaved the elves to work as their chattel in order to build up their civilization, and the few people who have a faint grasp of giant magic these days are the descendants of those elven slaves from over 20,000 years ago. I have to adjust the dates, it's actually a little bit off. The giants quickly mastered the information given to them by the dragons and created artifacts and wonders and things unrivaled in day of age. Shendrik brings wonders and bounties that no mere mortal should really have possession of, which is why the University of Kornberg and my university in Onder are engaging in an exploratory mission to capture these artifacts and study them and help regulate the magic, because they are far too powerful. The realm of dreams only comes into position where it can influence this Eberron every 40,000 years or so. And so, near the height of the giant civilization, the plane of dreams came into alignment, causing horrifying creatures to take over the bodies of the giants and the elven slaves, causing them to become these strange husks without form or function. They can only do the beck and call of their masters. Entire empires collapsed, and only those with arcane knowledge to fend off dreams could stave off the madness from not being able to get sleep and being enslaved by these creatures. But eventually the giants, and something that we only scarcely understand, the translation from giantish is blood magic. We don't exactly know what this entails exactly. Used blood magic in order to cause the realm of dreams to be out of alignment forever, making it so that these foul quarry can never return to this plane and cause havoc ever again. But the devastation and power of removing a plane of existence, removing a demi-plane out of alignment, enraged some of the dragons that didn't believe in this strange experiment. So the dragons swooped down and destroyed the giants and their entire civilization within the course of a day, which is why Sendrik is now a ruin, devoid of anything except for giant bands of giant barbarians who know nothing of their prior culture or magical history. We can only learn through artifacts and faint things from this ancient period. Oh, Asger, I think did you also send that to Belfin?
No, it just pops up.
Oh, I see. Okay, good. I'm just saying. He continues to go on and gives like some geographic notations about Shendrik. You can usually only get there from two locations, and you can only get to Shendrik from two locations. You can charter a vessel outside of Sharn, or you can charter an airship outside of Trollenport, which is something I'm going to be doing relatively soon, within a week. We unfortunately are not taking any interns. You can see like a really like dejected sigh echo through the auditorium, like, oh man, this will look great on my resume. You hear people mumbling to each other. It's like really great experience. And so he wraps up his lecture and turns it off and says, now, are there any questions? I can do a bit of a Q&A before we have to leave, before I have to trudge off for a faculty meeting. Are y'all there?
Oh yeah, I
Have any questions?
I'm mulling a question.
Okay. Milo, do you have any questions? I'm asking you this like DM wise. Do you have any questions?
Yeah, I'm thinking.
I don't know.
You can always ask them later at the university if you
Yeah.
want.
I was about to say, it's stuff that I probably wouldn't want to bring up in front of an entire giant crowd, because, Boylan probably wouldn't be happy with that.
Yeah, you can stow the information and ask him later at his hotel. Now, he is wrapping up his lecture, and he comes up to you and says, "Thank you so much. You can feel free to visit me at the university at Onder, and I'm going to figure out what in the Sam hell that stupid university is called. It is really important. Arcanix. You can find me at the University of Wynarn in Arcanix, in Central. Is it Central? In Central Onder. Feel free to mention me by name. You will be given the utmost courtesy." And he shakes each of your hands and trudges off back to his hotel.
Hand is cold.
He is hesitant to shake your hand, Silas, and gets is like a little apprehensive, but then kind of warms up slightly, shakes your hand a little quicker than everyone else's, and then leaves.
What's concentration again? Is it a Constitution check?
Yeah, it is.
Okay, I'm gonna do that to make sure I don't crush his hand accidentally.
You are fine. You shake his hand briskly, a little too firm, and you can see the guy kind of go, always with these strong types, as he gives you a firm handshake. Now, does anyone else want to do any flourishes with the handshake?
Yeah,
My handshake, a rat crawls down his arm.
Oh, God.
Oh, my word! What is this? Get it away from me!
Hey, Penelope, she wanted to shake too. Poor girl.
Oh, dear. All right.
Just clean every day, please. Don't be a sissy.
Okay, Milo, do you want to add some flourishes to your handshake?
Yeah, Milo goes for the handshake, but he's just sticking his pointer finger out towards him.
The man hesitantly clasps his hand around your finger and then shakes.
Oh my god, I make a fart noise. I was like, I can't believe you fell for that.
It's like,
Milo!
It's like, I cannot believe I fell for that. I have a copy of that book that joke is in. Actually, remind me to add the book from the gag, as that's the oldest trick in the book, because I actually want you all to be able to find that in the Feywild. Yeah,
great.
Yeah, you're going to be able to find that in the Feywild.
That's not the oldest trick in the book, but I'm sure it's in like chapter 3.
Right. Well, have a good one. We'll probably come visit you in your hotel before you head off.
Of course, I'm not departing for a week, so feel free to take your time. And I bid you adieu. Thank you so much for helping me save face. And he buggers off. In the back, you hear, "All right then. What did you jackanapes get up to?" At this point, the rest of the lecture hall is empty, and you can hear the piercing, warbling chortle of the one and only Boyland Manistan behind you with a cigar in his mouth, his hair slicked back, and wearing a pair of fuzzy slippers.
Silas full on runs towards him.
Nice.
Baby!
And it's like, not you!
I walk up to the desk and pick up the skull and toss it at his feet. This is a huge skull, too, that I'm tossing. So I toss it at his feet.
It grinds across the floor, and he goes, "Hey, watch it! That's teak!"
It's not like you guys can't afford to fix it. Not to mention, this was in your fucking sewers.
Oh, God, how did I... All right, I'm gonna get someone down there to scrub the grime out. Ugh.
And his name was... What was it again, Belfin?
Xanadu.
There you go.
It was Xanadu.
Xanadu, huh?
Sound familiar to you about their Boylan?
Yeah, he was like a mid-tier criminal down there. We knew he was down there. I didn't know there was a death tyrant, though. What happened here?
He became a death tyrant, apparently.
Huh.
I don't know if he said something about having other bodies, so I'm pretty sure we didn't just end your problem, but we did take care of one of the bodies.
Huh. All right.
The one that he dreamed of if I remember correctly, Death Tyrants, he dreamt of death, and then that thing was created. Whatever the fuck that means.
They're very strange psychoreactive creatures. Are you giving this skull as a donation to the university?
No, that's going on Kate's. Sorry.
That's fine. I got a half dozen of these. Alright. I got something pretty serious to talk to yous about. So what do you say we abscond somewhere a little bit more discreet?
You want to go somewhere without wearing fuzzy
We're a little
slippers?
more
Is it going to be
romantic.
formal?
I like to be comfortable when I engage in communications. Now, 1 minute. You see him slip his hand into his pocket. Do you do anything as he slips his hand into his pocket?
I avert my eyes.
Okay.
Could we? Never mind.
Alright, Milo, do you do anything when he slips his hand into his pocket?
Nope, I just stand there.
Okay. He whips out what seems to be a kind of smoothly polished flat stone, an agate. It is a faint... It's the color of jade, you know, that kind of like very faint, nice green.
Ooh, yeah.
Does anyone want to do an investigation check on it? Because you can actually, you're close enough to him that you can investigate it without having to look at it. Okay. Asger, you determine that the writing on the exterior is giantish. Milo, you also determine that it is giantish. He does a little pass on it, and there's a few circles. And a portal opens up, and you can see that the portal looks oddly reminiscent. If anyone wants to recall where they saw it, give me an intelligence save. It's not in giant, it's just really big lettering. It's like, it's not an intelligence save, it's an intelligence roll. So just, like you roll and then you add your intelligence.
You said save.
Oh, my bad. Yeah,
just take the 22.
I'm going to take the 22 because everyone really
I'll
tried.
take the 12.
Oh, or the 23.
Okay. Damn. Okay, there we go. Much better. So, Asger, you're not going to attempt to recall?
I'm pretty sure I know exactly what it is, but sure.
Okay. Asger, Milo, and Silas, you recall that the portal appears and the color is identical to the faint color you saw in the basement of that house. Boylan is like, alright, let's go in here. It's where I like to conduct meetings. Use first.
Oh, please, after use.
No, I insist. You go first. This is about trust. You have to learn
Asger just kind of nods at everyone and goes, "It's okay, don't worry."
You determine...
I shall go.
Okay, Milo, you just step right into the portal. I'll tell...
Yeah, womp right into it.
Okay, is anyone else going to go in?
I'm going in. There's really... I don't feel I'm at risk.
I go in last.
Okay.
Oh, no. Actually, Asger will kind of just nod at you to go forward and just wink.
Okay.
Fucking Belfan reaches his hand through the portal and pulls you over.
Don't you touch.
And then the second everybody else is gone, I pick up Boylan and bring him with me.
It's like, hey, put me down.
No, this is how I trust people. You're doing it with me.
All right, then, just be careful. I have sensitive calves.
I didn't grab you by your cat. How is that?
They chafe. Okay, congratulations. You are all gonna bust your cherry. You are in a breathtaking courtyard. The air is sweet. You can almost hear the faint sound of music. Wait, what? Why?
Because he grabbed me.
Okay, that's pretty funny. Are we gonna
I want
roll?
to be touched. Just chihuahua noises.
Okay, Belfin, Silas is attempting to bite you. What are you gonna do?
Gonna text you something real quick.
Oh, cool. Just send it to me on Discord.
It has nothing to do with this. It's just like a cool picture of a dog.
You can tell every single one of you, your immediate thoughts are instantly drawn to thoughts of peace and contemplation. You are unnervingly calm and composed in this place. Now, does anyone want to make any checks in regard to this fact?
Christ, please, I'm always nervous. This is unnatural.
Damn!
Damn! Milo,
Fantastic.
You know nothing.
alright, Milo, I'm sending it to you on, okay, I like that. Go ahead and describe that, Belfin, while I tell Milo what he discovers.
Okay. For context, Silas, you're biting Belfan's hand, right?
Your arm. I couldn't really reach your hand.
Oh, actually, technically you haven't...
Grab, I just lean over and bite onto the first thing of you that I can get a hold of.
Okay. This is literally like biting down on metal, but I'm just pointing out he is wearing like armor. So
I will snap at your face.
okay.
Give me that nose, baby.
Okay.
You're gonna bite at his nose. It's like, and Belfan doesn't look like he feels anything.
Alright. Nice. Alright, Milo...
Is that your way of showing affection?
Yeah, did you send me the thing?
Yeah, I sent it to you on Roll20.
Oh, on Roll20. Oh, shit, okay.
It depends on how the night's going. Let go of my hand.
Dang, a 17 isn't high.
Let's go.
Asger, you know the following.
Oh, okay.
Here, I'm going to send it to you right now.
I am gonna guess, and we'll see if I'm right. Ah, yeah.
Okay, Asger and Milo, you can discuss your findings aloud if you would like with your compatriots. You can see Manistan is taking off his slippers and walking through beautiful verdant grasses. The sky is an azure blue. The air is beautiful, and in the distance you can see floating cities made of crystalline shards and breathtaking spires suspended in what just seems to be uniform blue sky, and breathtakingly green grasses and sharp and vibrant everything.
Well, while the two of you are having your spat, we're not in Eberron anymore, just so everyone knows.
Where are we, Kansas?
Where the hell is Kansas?
Don't worry about it.
Actually, I'm not 100% sure, but Milo has a weird look on his face. Milo?
Of course he does. He's smart. He's thinking all the time.
Serenia.
Oh, shit.
Rania?
We're in Serenia.
Does anyone want to fill Belfan in on what that is?
It's a demi-plane of peace and contemplation.
We're on one of the planes we need to be on, actually.
Why do you need to be here? Boyland Manistan asks you, rather dryly.
I look him square in the face and go, if you knew that, we would have a bad time together.
I'm gonna leave
and
that
he just
alone.
kind of smiles.
I'm gonna leave that alone for now. Hey, you want to see something funny? Do you know why I like to talk to people here in Serania?
Go for it.
Oh boy.
Try to stab me.
Oh,
Okay.
Silas runs back.
Oh, that's Silas's cue.
Straight up, pick you up in my jaw, shake you around like a rag doll. By the neck until dead.
Who are you doing this to?
To Asgard. No! To Boyland. I don't have a knife on me.
You attempt to do this and feel yourself become paralyzed and stricken with the overwhelming urge to not do it. Like, give me a wisdom saving throw.
Ooh.
Oh my god. Natural 20.
The urge is too great.
You feel yourself get faintly closer than you otherwise would otherwise be able to, but you still cannot harm Boyland Manistan.
This tickles in the worst way possible.
Milo shoots a guiding bolt at him.
You raise your hand and try to fire the magic, but instead what comes out is a faint breeze that just lovingly brushes past his hair and fills the air with song.
Oh, well, that's interesting. Wait, so
I look at my finger like there's something wrong with it.
Okay.
What in the Irion is going on?
Belfan, out of curiosity, is just going to aim his cannon upwards and fire. And what comes out of it? You know what? I want to narrate this because I want this dumb shit to happen. It fucking shoots bubbles out.
Yeah, it shoots bubbles out. The bubbles pop and they sound like the delightful laughter of children.
Well, that's interesting.
Yeah, I don't have a setting for that on this gun.
The reality here doesn't tolerate violence. So,
Boo.
I love it. So what do you say?
Music to my ears.
What do you say we sit down and have a little discussion? As he says this, there are a series of very comfortable chairs that seem to have seemingly apparated out of nowhere behind you. Lush, overstuffed cushions, and there is a small table to the left of them, and on each of the tables is a food and beverage item that your character would enjoy the most. Feel free to describe.
He knows the chair cantrip.
He knows the most powerful cantrip in the universe. Only Strahd has this power. Okay, what?
Give me a junk cannon and that cantrip. You'll see true power.
All right, Milo. What is your preferred food and drink that is on the table?
Candied intestines.
Perfect.
All right, and the drink?
The drink is Mountain Dew Baja Blast.
Good flavor.
He says it in Infernal and it causes everyone physical pain. Mountain Dew Baja Blast.
Yeah.
The most terrifying drink.
It's so crisp.
You take a sip of it and you immediately become misogynistic. All right, Belfin, what's your food and drink, Belfin?
My food and drink?
Yep.
I need more time. Is there any? Does anyone else
Asger,
want to
what is your favorite food and drink?
There's a giant leg of lamb.
All right.
Just sitting on the table. He just picks it up and starts munching on it. And then the drink looks like the darkest, deepest stout that you've ever seen. It's black.
Nice.
And Asger is just like, the second he sees it, he just ignores everyone else and starts chowing down.
Okay, Silas, what is your food and drink?
The food is basically exactly what Asger's is, just red as can be. And then the
Nice.
And then the drink, it's a little dainty mug of cocoa with a big ass marshmallow with like burnt crackle on the top of it, just
Nice.
floating.
Nice.
And it's sitting on the side while he tears into this thing like a feral coyote.
All right.
Asger and Silas are just going to town on it.
Fuck yeah, man.
All right, Belfin.
All right, so past all of that, past like the two just gorging themselves. It's not an elegant meal because this is like relevant to like a college student, but it's like it's from it would be like the drink is something from home, and it clearly looks like that.
Huh.
The food, however, looks like something similar to street food.
So it's like I don't know, like grilled meat on a flatbread with some sauces and stuff.
I want to say more so. I'm trying to think. It's because like my brain says it's like it would say yes, but like I'm trying to think if Belfan has like what Belfan's diet would be. which is a weird thing. A weird thing that comes up since I don't really think about it because food does not come up very often.
Yeah, I think food is a pretty interesting way to demonstrate character.
It extremely is. I agree.
It's like you see like this. It's not like a corn. It looks like something like wrapped in like this. Like it's wrapped in. Oh my god, it's wrapped in like in steak,
Huh.
but it's pounded down steak, and
So-
it has vegetables, a cheese, and light bits of egg in it.
I like that.
Nice.
And it's like it's rolled up, but like it's something that can be that looks elegant on a plate
I like it. All
with
right.
a light bit of sauce over it.
All right. Yours is like artfully plated, and everyone else's food is crude. You sit down and start munching down, and you can see Boyland Manistan is eating what seems to be a very thick soup.
Oh shit! You didn't let me describe the drink.
Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah, go ahead with the drink.
It's a house. It's a house Guinness special, but they call it the drunken the drunken cow's teat.
I love it.
because
Fantastic.
It is literally an ale that it's a cream ale basically.
Huh. That's actually a real alcohol is like milk beer. It's pretty rare. Not many cultures do it. Nice drop.
Mm-hmm.
All right. You sit down and start munching along, and a few. Boylan is also munching along with his soup and consuming what seems to be a large, crystal clear bottle. And as everyone wraps up their meal at around the same time, because everything in Sarania operates with harmony, he dots off his mouth and says, "All right, now that everyone's had their fill, I need to show you something. The Emperor of Dargoon has been assassinated,
Ooh.
and we
Interesting.
And we didn't do it.
well, everyone who's here didn't do it, as far as I know. But we have a preliminary sketch of the suspect, and I got my hands on it. I want you all to look." And he tosses each of you a scroll. You can unfurl it, and it will show you who the suspect is.
Okay, we do it. We unfurl it. We unfurl it.
As you're looking at it, the sketch is a bit crude, but the likeness is unmistakable. It looks like Gyarados.
Motherfucker.
Oh boy.
It looks like Gyarados.
Yeah, like reasonably, like 90% sure. Like, this unmistakably looks like Gyarados.
It's a
I'm going-
sketch. It could be a changeling, but it does look like a friend.
Wow, this seems pretty sketchy.
Okay, so I'll play ball with this one because even Belfan would be skeptical. I'm going to look at the weapons and armor on the sketch. Is it accurate? If it's accurate enough, I can make a judgment based on that, considering I've been repairing his gear for the last 3 months.
You can see the faint filigree and ornamentation of the armor that you picked up in the depths of Pallor Drawl is what he is wearing. And you can see the pommel of Fearmonger in the faint corner of the sketch. It is unmistakably and unnervingly accurate.
If we have something to confront him about, this would certainly be it.
Well,
But I should probably mention, and to be completely frank, I wouldn't put it past him to do something like this.
no, I
None
wouldn't
of us
either. But I guess the fact of the matter is, and Asger kind of just turns, like, almost coyly to Boylan and looks at him and he goes, "I don't think you really have a problem with that now, do you?"
You're smart. You're probably smarter than the rest of them. Yeah, I don't really care. I've covered this up, and I've covered the other things up. They don't really know who this guy is right now. I know who it is. If this information gets out, we could have a problem, but for the time being, it means Dargoon is unstable. and myself and a few actors are making maneuvers. Now why don't you speak your piece, Asger?
Well, it seems you already have plans for us, then. If you have other actors in this play, so to speak. What is it exactly that you need us to do? Now that's what you're about to ask.
I like a man that gets to the point. I have been setting you up and putting you on that mission to Palar Draw and giving you these deals because myself and other people a little lower in the order in Dargoon want to see Zalargo and Dargoon united into a single polity. I've been making inroads with the leader of the Word Bearers. Do you know Ross Rukal?
Do we?
I don't.
It was me asking the DM. Do we?
You can roll an intelligence check to see if you would be familiar with him.
Shit. I did not add the plus.
I do not. But
God
Milo
damn,
does.
Milo.
It's 17.
Hey, yo, I remember the fuck out of that.
And I'll say I want to remember the fuck out of this too. I throw in a flash of genius. I make my roll of 22.
All right, Belfin and Milo, you both know that Ross Rukal, now this is subject to correction because I can't exactly remember the guy's name, is the leader of one of the 3 tribes that makes up Dargoon. He is the leader of the Sword Bearers, the people who legendarily venerate a legendary weapon belonging to the Dakani Empire. The members of the Wood Bearers are denoted by daggers or sword tattoos on their forearms, which, as you all remember, is the most common ornamentation on the goblin's back at Palar Draw.
Well, it seems we've already been doing some of your work for you. We've gathered a few of their followers.
Well, that guy's my ally, and he's not terribly pleased, but he's willing to look past it because we need you to do something. Now, at this moment, we're going to start consolidating, and we're going to have Dargoon and Shalargo make an announcement that they are a unified empire now that the Emperor is out of the way. The other leaders are already complicit, and we're going to have a nice proper oligarchy in charge. Now, as you probably imagine, your end between Zalargo and Dargoon is relatively uninhabited, but there's some threats here and there. It would leave our southern flank exposed if we didn't have a presence there. So we need you to operate as the wardens of the southern quadrant. What do you think of that?
So what you're saying, you want us to defend you in proxy?
No, not defend me. Defend us. You're going to have a stake in this too.
A full one?
Yes, you have a seat at the council. You could propose maneuvers, and you will share in the intelligence operations between Dargoon and Zalargo intelligence. You'll have the access you need in order to stay ahead of the enemies.
Belfan sits back in his chair and folds his fingers and looks at Asker.
Yes?
Asker, I'm going to only ask you this once.
Right.
Mostly because our alliance, this alliance benefits all of us.
Yes.
But does it benefit your lady?
Yes, it does. I can say that without even having to ask, trust me.
You can see how as a Force Ghost just like slowly nodding like that one gif. Yes, yes, yes! Unlimited power. Go ahead. Keep it going.
So, okay. You're wanting us to protect the southern flank, which makes sense. I guess my question then is, what is, if you're going to be making this announcement, and you said all of the other leaders of Dargoon are completely complicit in this, what is our next target then?
Right now, we need to solidify our position. The other nations are not going to be pleased that one of us consolidated into something a bit stronger. Just imagine, goblin martial prowess with gnomish ingenuity and artificer capabilities. It's a winning combination.
Certainly is, and well, you have us now as well. Okay. Are you expecting an immediate retort from them, or?
No, not at the moment. The Mournland is what's allowing us to make this move. There's been no growth, no change, no nothing. We're fine for the time being. They don't want to cause any further conflict.
Yeah. Breland won't have an issue with it.
No. We wonder about the other effects they could do, though. The changes in the environment. If information or research came out that the Mournland was stable, then that would change things. But for the time being, no one knows what its source is. And as long as that remains a secret, or unknown, then we have advantage here. No one dares to make any moves and dare cause that great veil to extend further into Corvair.
Well, then, considering it basically bisects the majority of the continent, what is your end goal? I don't like these games. What is your end goal?
Our end goal is to make a nation that's strong and stable. There's a lot of... Dargoon was a threat to the stability of Zerlargo. It's a fact. It was an emperor who was ailing, who had a variety of underlings who wanted absolute power. We've now made maneuvers to make a more stable system that can operate more efficiently across the long term. This is about making something that can last.
And just this area, or are you trying to take the entirety of Corvair?
We're not going to overextend ourselves. This is about putting ourselves in a posture that ensures stability. Anything beyond the current boundaries of Zerlargo and Dargoon would be a problem. Now, I have one other thing. I recall you, Lot, talking about needing some mobility, correct? Now, I can't exactly have you bumbling around, attempting to enforce law and order within a fair portion of this newly forged nation, doing it via tank treads now, can I?
I mean, we could. It would just be a bit quicker if you, I don't know, just gave us a damn airship.
That's exactly what I'm proposing. You're going to be getting a capital ship befitting your stature. I've already put in the initial work order down there in Trolldenport. Simply give them 3 elementals to start the work, and it'll be ready to go.
Oh, shitballs. We have 2. Do you know where we can find a third?
A what now?
An elemental.
Elementals. We have 2 already. Yours and Belfin's, and then we need a third.
Do it, Belfin, do it. You there, Belfin?
I'm sorry, I had some issues. What were you saying?
He said that you need 3 elementals in order to start construction of your capital ship, which can be very detailed. Ghosts of Saltmarsh actually has a lot of bonuses that can be applied to airships as well. He said you need 3.
Oh, okay, that's all I need. So I have we call it the summon plan our ally thing, but I don't think that's relevant.
No, I'm referring to Cinder.
Yes.
That is your third.
Okay. He puts Cinder. He puts like the bottle containing Cinder on the table.
The hell is that?
That is a bottle.
Not just any bottle. It's a bottle with a fire elemental in it.
Notice the really pissed off fire inside.
You see the fire form the shape of a middle finger?
Open it up.
Exceedingly pissed off.
That's my pet elemental, actually.
Wait, if it's your pet, do you want to use it on an airship? Because doesn't that enslave them?
You freak.
Thinks about this for a second. No. it was already kind of in service to me, and it would have wound up being a Myrmidon, at least then. Now it can serve a better purpose. Wouldn't you like that, Cinder?
You see, to the best of your understanding, a dismissive shrug appear from the fire.
Well, I'll take that as a scent. It seems
That's not a no.
And if anything, this was the trick I left in case I was to be betrayed.
Yeah, well, that's slightly terrifying. Good to know.
Really clever. Good on you, man.
Well, go down to Trollenport. Make mention that you're there for the Pallor Drow order. Drop my name, and you can talk to the main designer there. He'll be able to incorporate almost anything you need into the design of your airship. Now,
We have some design to do then, don't we?
yeah, you do. You could do it in character if you'd like. There's like a standard airship size that I'm going to throw down, but then you can add a bunch of embellishments and stuff to it. I'm going to say, like, I'm going to figure out how to, like, mitigate it, because, like, they're usually agonizingly expensive. Like, they cost 20,000 gold each.
Oh, no thanks.
Yeah, but it's cool as shit, so I'm just going to have you be able to do a few of them. And maybe each person gets to have one modification attached to the ship.
Oh, I already know what I'm putting on this ship. Something for us to a hangar for our hell machine.
You want to ODST drop the tank? That's pretty fucking dope.
You're damn right I
that's
do.
Super duper duper cool.
Actually, Asger kind of looks at you. Could you make a suit that you could do that by, like, myself as well?
He
Like
starts
a Halo suit. You know what I'm speaking of.
Great, so it's gonna be the Hulkbuster. Great, you both officially went full Tony Stark. And all right, here's the rest of it. You're gonna be getting an established trade route and a House Orient rail line. Okay, I have to stop the voice. It's fucking hurting my throat.
You want to take like 5?
Actually, I do have to pee and get a snack. We want to take our 5 right now.
Yeah,
Sure, sounds good.
Do it.
All right, I'm gonna cut the recording. We will be back at 7:25.